Hey guys, what's up? I'm Matt, and in this video we're gonna cover the Divi Assistant plugin. I'm super excited because this plugin is brand new and it's gonna save you so much time building your Divi websites. Let's dive in right now. If you want to help me out, and I will be forever grateful, go to wpressdoctor.com/Divi Assistant, or click on here, or go in the description of the video. I place the link in here and press enter. And we are at the website of PI Creative. The website is of Nelson, it's a colleague of mine. It has a extremely lot of features. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna talk you through all these settings one by one, but it's amazing. It makes your building experience of Divi way more easier. It has more than 78 main features. It is really big. If you scroll all the way up again on this green button, you can go up here and then you press this green button, view pricing and purchase options. Of course, he has a yearly access to the Divi Assistant, annual unlimited. You can place it on as many websites as you want. You have also the lifetime for just one website. It's a no-brainer. If you want this, it's there. You can also have this one, then you have the Divi Assistant for lifetime unlimited, but there's even a better one. But if you could, because if you go on the right side, you have the Divi Adventure Club. Now this is the one you actually want. You have all Divi plugins, including Divi Assistant. We have all courses, we have child themes, we have product releases. This is amazing. Now here you get a ton of features for just $189 a year or $429 for your lifetime. And you have access to everything right now, and that's being released in a couple of years. When Divi 5 is being released, after that's released, you can expect Divi Assist to dramatically expand even more with incredible features built directly into the Visual Builder in existing Divi modules. This plugin is the best plugin I've ever seen with Divi. And I've seen a lot of them. So I'm really excited. So you can buy the Divi Adventure Club or the Divi Assistant only. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna add this one to my cart. View cart. And then we scroll down. And I'm gonna press proceed to checkout. Again, this is a one-time payment for the rest of my life, so this is worth every single dollar. So scroll down, proceed to checkout. When we fill in all this information and we scroll down, you can pay via PayPal or credit card, whatever you want. And then we're going to click on read the agreement and press place order. They also have a 30-day money back guarantee, so there is absolutely no reason to not do this. If you're not satisfied, you can get all your money back. Really appreciate it. When you have paid, you can log in into the dashboard over there, and then we go over here to downloads. If we scroll down, we can see all the things we have just bought and go all the way down and download the Divi Assistant over there. Click on it. And then we have downloaded the product, so let's go to our WordPress website. On the dashboard of your website, we go to plugins over there and press add new. Then we're going to over here press upload plugin. Select the plugin we just downloaded and press install now. Then we press activate plugin, and then it has been activated. A huge collection of incredible handy features and tools to make your life easier. Let's start up. And the first thing we see over here is the Divi Assistant new menu item. So we're going to click on this one. On the dashboard of the Divi Assistant, you will see a lot of important and interesting stuff. Now this is not showing that I'm on the latest version. Why? Because I have the Divi 5.0 beta running right here. So that's why you don't see the latest version. We have a new Divi feature update. It's from the blog of Elegant Themes, so really useful. Then we have a test notification for Divi Assistant dashboard. Well, this test definitely works. And then we also have a new plugin from PI Creative, the Divi Search Helper. Well, I'm gonna make a video also about that because I really like what Nelson is already building. You can update your Divi from here, or you can dismiss all these things and then they just go away. I'm gonna walk you through all these settings step by step so you know exactly what the Divi Assistant can do for your workflow. But first we're going to look at all these icons over there. If we click on enable add-ons, and then you can enable them and disable them, which will be really useful if sometimes you never use a feature. You can just turn it off and it saves you some space. Let's go over here. We have the button reset settings. You can go back to default if you want this. Over here you can import and export settings. Now this is really useful. If you're building a lot of Divi websites like myself, you want to have all these settings exported, then you can just import them on a new website and everything will be in there. Just like that. Trust me, this is gonna save us so much time. Then over here you can have new feature ideas and you can just write your name, title, message and just send it straight to Nelson. This is really useful. Then we have the about version, even more about all the other plugins that I'm gonna cover later on. And then we have over here the changelog, which is empty right now because we have I think the first release actually. And over here we have the support button. Then we go to PI Creative and here we can send a mail to the support team and they will really help you out if you need assistance. Let's click on the Startup Helper. In the Startup Helper you can import your settings from another website. Here you can remove default pages and this is really useful. It will automatically delete any default pages like the sample page, hello world post, the privacy policy. If you click on all these pages and you press run action, bam, they're deleted and this is gonna save you a lot of time. You can create immediately a primary menu. Just click on it and then a primary menu has been created over here with appearance menus. On new websites, that is very useful. Then we have the create and assign a home page. Clicking the startup action will automatically create a new page called home. Automatically set this page as the static home page in WordPress reading settings. We also can have these permalinks to post name. These are all the things that I actually do every single time when creating a new website. Set the permalinks to post name, something I always do. Install plugins from Save List. This is gonna save me so much time because on every new website I always install Rank Math. See an extensive tutorial over there. I always install iTheme Security or Solid Security. See a tutorial over there. It's gonna do it all automatically for me. Over here we have the import export plugins settings. In here you can export these settings of the currently installed plugins. Do that and then we can press the export plugin list over there. And then we have a JSON file which we can use with setting up every new website. So useful. If you click on this button and you select the file you've just downloaded, like this, you can see the plugins that you can just install, selected plugins, and it's gonna install it right here on this website. Generate or export a child theme. This is something I always need another plugin for, to generate myself a child theme. I get tears in my eyes because this is gonna save me so much time. Child theme generated and activated. How does that work? Here it is, the Divi Assistant child theme. This is mind-boggling. I'm so happy with this. Oh, it's gonna save me so much steps. Let's go to the next one, Maintenance Helper. In here you can have a coming soon mode. No need for another plugin. Just enable this one. Select your Divi library, layout or page. You can use anything created with this one and just enable it and it works just like that. I love it. Let's go to the maintenance mode. You're updating your website. People see this boring maintenance mode standard page from WordPress. Not anymore. Just enable this one and select a Divi library, layout or a page which people will see when updating your WordPress website. Divi changelog. Here you can read all the things that Elegant Themes fixed and changed in the latest release. Then let's go to updates. Here you can disable new default WordPress themes. I can cry a little bit right now because this is gonna save me so much time every single year. Stop this madness. Oh, I like this. I like this. Enable it because you don't need the default WordPress themes. It's actually only security issues. Create a lot of inodes, a lot of space. Thank you. Here you can disable and hide automatic theme updates, which can be very useful in some cases when you're afraid that the new update will break your website. Disable and hide automatic plugin updates. This can also sometimes be useful. I do not advise you to use this only if you encountered sometimes that certain plugins tend to break your website. Yoast SEO is a very good example. In the last few years, I've noticed a couple of times that big websites were broken because of the auto updates of Yoast. It really was frustrating. So this can be useful. Let's go to the change Divi version. Now, up here you can see your own current version, but you can also roll back to another version of Divi. All the versions are available. This is really useful. Let's go back to 4.2020.2. Here we go. Successfully installed, and now we're back on version 4. Alright, let's go to the next one, utility helper. I keep saying it, but this is extremely useful because now when I enable this, I can now have my clear static CSS to my admin bar over there. I want this because sometimes I need this. Add button to clear local storage, please do so. Add button to hard refresh, very useful. And Divi quick links, those are these links and they're now on the top bar. But you can also build your own quick links menu. Just enable this one and then you can just create your own menu on the top of your admin bar. I would call this a very disruptive plugin. This is excellent. Here you can have your environment badge in your admin bar when working on, for example, staging, live, development. You can enable this one and then you can add it in here. This is so useful because most of the time when you work on a staging website, you have to look at your URL. But this helps your clients to actually know, hey, I'm on staging. Hey, I'm on development. Hey, I'm on my live website. Excellent work. Then you can also hide your admin bar. Sometimes this can be very, very useful. Hide it everywhere or only hide it in the Divi Visual Builder or show admin bar on hover. Oh, I like this feature. Let's go over here and save changes. I think I need to refresh my page. Yes, here we are. We have the clear Divi cache over there and a hard refresh and also the theme options, the builder, the customizer, role editor. Wow. Then we go to the editor. Here you can enable your classic editor per post type, not for everyone, but for example, only for projects I want to use the default, the old WordPress editor instead of Gutenberg. This is excellent that you can do it per type. Then you can enable Divi Builder by default for new pages or posts. Because every time you need to click on it again, create a new page, click on it again, and then you go into the Divi Builder. This is gonna save me a lot of clicks. And I like saving click time. And remember, once I set this assistant up, I can export these settings and on a new website just import them. Boom, there you go. This plugin only is worth every single dollar. Then you have the hide WordPress editor buttons. These are the buttons that we all press sometimes accidentally and then your whole layout in Divi build was destroyed just like that because you put on the wrong button. Enabled it and then no one, no client, no you can press the wrong button. Disable WordPress full screen editor. Can be useful, yes. And add a link to open pages or posts in the Visual Builder. Oh, you're gonna go straight into the Divi Visual Builder. Gonna save me so much time. Enable this one. I'm already in love with this plugin. It's great. Press save changes over there. Then we go to the Visual Builder in here. And we have so many more features. Use the escape key to enable or exit the Divi Visual Builder. Create or enable it. Here you can hide your pre-made layouts. I love this because every time I need to add my own layout, I have to go through the pre-made layouts. Thank you. This is gonna save me again a lot of clickies. Make the text editor toolbar sticky. Oh, I love this because when I scroll down in my text modules, those are gone. I want to add in a link. I have to, oh, this is gonna save me so much time. Increase the height of the text area. Thank you very, very much. 500 pixels right there because I don't have to scroll this annoying thing every single time. Increase the height of the Divi Builder settings pop-up. Yes, enable it, please, because it's so annoying sometimes. Increase the icon picker area height. I love this. Let's go to 500 pixels right here. Disable the Divi text style popover. This can be very useful because sometimes it's really irritating and sometimes I use it. So disable it or enable it, whatever you want. Make rows inside the post content module 100%. Time saver, again, a huge time saver. Save changes and let's go to the Divi library over there. Ooh, here you can duplicate your Divi library items with one click when you hover over it. Excellent. Add your link to export Divi libraries items with one click. So useful. You can also use Divi library layouts, modules, rows, sections as a widget in the Divi sidebar module. Sometimes this can be very useful. This is a very clever hack. Sometimes you need this with old plugins that use only widgets and very smart thinking. Use Diffie library layouts anywhere with shortcodes. When you do this, when you enable this one, the possibilities are endless what you can do with your shortcodes inside your modules, and wow, what a flexibility. Post types. Hide project post type. This one, I never use it on most Diffie websites. I don't use the project tab. You can just disable them at all, but you can also rename it. This is great. Tutorials. Oh, this is so great. Menu icon. Let's save changes. And now we can do a hard reset over there. Hard refresh. This just changed to tutorials. I used to write code to change this. But now you can just enable it, type it in here and save it, and boom. Here you go. Now you have a new post type. Which anything, recipes or whatever you want, tutorials or this is so great. Here you can enable the theme builder templates as custom post types, because sometimes it completely disappears. I had that one time. It's really frustrating. Also, there is no need to keep this setting enabled, as you would only need to enable it temporarily if you encounter this issue. Media helper over there. Enable SVG uploads. Enable, yes, I don't need another plugin to do this for me. This is excellent. And then we can limit maximum media upload size. This is so useful. If you have clients who keep uploading big images, big pictures, just force them to upload the maximum size of 600 kilobyte. Great. Automatically use alt text. I'm always copying, pasting title text to alt text. Ignore the alt text set in the Diffie modules, override from media library. Great, because sometimes clients just tend to put it all in and don't do it over there, just do it in the media library. Learning helper, what is this? If you're new to Diffie, this is actually pretty cool. Here you can go to tutorials, and here you can see all the tutorials from his blog. Oh, this is really nice. If you go to courses over here, in this pack I've bought all the courses, so this is actually great. On the support helper, you can share your system report, which is actually pretty nice. With just one click, you can copy this entire report as text or as an image. Then we go to the fonts helper. Ooh, I like this. Enable additional font file type uploads. I don't need another plugin for this anymore. Just enable it and I can upload this and I won't see any more. Sorry, this file type is not permitted. Such a time saver. And then we go to the local fonts over here. Here you can actually delete your uploaded fonts already. And you can also upload a new font to there without the problems we had before. And that's so useful to do it from here. Because before I had to go to my text module, add in my font from there. But this time I can just upload it from here. This is so great. Let's go to the styles helper. In here we can change all the styles from H1 to H6. And it will just change the standard styles of all your new modules. This will save you a bunch of time because this style will apply by default across all modules, but can easily be overridden within settings or by Diffie presets. If you don't change individual modules, you can come back here and change them and change these default styles again and again when you need it. It's like the presets, but I think this works way better because it's just easier to do it from here with all the styles. Excellent work. Also for the body text, you can just enable this, set this from every default module. Also with link text, bullet list text, and number list text. Great. I completely agree with this. There are many locations in Diffie to add CSS and can be confusing and disorganized, especially when you're working with multiple people in your team building the same website. Enabling this, it will show the CSS tab in the custom code window from the Diffie theme options general. Very useful. This will save you a lot of time. Also with jQuery, if you added some code JavaScript jQuery, you have to add it in the integration tab, Diffie theme integration. You all know that's the place to add it in. Very useful, but it's a little bit hidden. So when you enable this one, then it will add a new tab in the custom code editor, which synchronizes with the head code box in the Diffie theme options integration. Saves you a lot of time. And also with PHP, you can do it the same. Great. And then another useful hack over here, enable draggable theme option custom CSS box height. enable it. Now we can just drag this thing down and up and amazing. I love this. Let's go to the front end helper over here. Scroll up. Set your cursor text highlight color. Ooh, this is nice. No need to add another bunch of CSS. Just when someone highlights your text, you can change it to red or purple or blue or whatever custom color code you need. Disable horizontal scroll movement. We've all been there. When a client adds something, changes something, or even myself made an error somewhere, and I can't seem to find why does it keep scrolling like this on mobile? It's so much time finding the problem. And now it's just one switch. Oh, this makes me so happy. Let's go to the scroll bar over there. Here we can customize it to match your website branding. The scroll bar. You can change the width, the background color, the handle. This is so neat. No need for another plugin or CSS code. Oh, this is so great. You're back to top button. Oh, we can now customize it. I always use CSS to do this, but now it's just one click. Change the color, unhover. Oh, wow. Wow, icon, text, icon, and text. We can also change the icon. Woo! This is gonna save me so much time. Let's go to the next one, replace text. Wow, this is actually a really great feature. I can just add in my CSS selector over there, change the text, and then it will just change it. It will save you so much time. It saves me a whole plugin again on my website. So cool. Let's go to Accessibility Helper. Now we have the Accessibility Helper. This is so useful. If you're building a website and your target audience is, for example, people with some bad eyesight or they use screen readers, then you need an extra plugin that is very old and not already updated. And I have done this a couple of times, but this is way better. We can just add it in. You can use your keyboard, navigation. This is great. Add area support or Divi module elements, set icons, underline all your links. Whew. Add skip navigation link option. Fix duplicate menu IDs. It will save you some validation problems. Enable drop-down menu. Add and improve screen reader classes. Enable browser pinch and zooms. Add totally button. Oh yeah, this is one of the accessibility tools. I don't use this a lot, but if you do it, you can enable it and just use this. This is great features again. Excellent. If you have any questions or comments, or you're just very thankful for this amazing plugin, drop them down in the comments. I'll always reply. Hit that like button if I helped you out, and subscribe of course over there if you want to see more WordPress related videos. And after that, check out this video because it has nothing to do with Divi. I don't think that's accurate.